So welcome to Wildmount. As I said, we'll be starting with the Unwelcome Spirits module from the Explorer Guide to Wildmount, and when the actual Netherdeep campaign will switch over it. And as everybody knows, that works quite well, because this will take you from level 1 to 3, and Netherdeep will take you from 3 and beyond. So I think it links up quite nicely. Where our adventure begins. You find yourself getting here by various means, which will lead up to you to decide how you actually get here. But you all make your way to Urzin, which is this little... So Urzin, as some of you might know, is a colony of horizon-back turtles, and there are a dozen of these turtles as you enter the township of Urzin. There is dozens of them, and it's a uniquely mobile settlement. Like, it happens to be here at the moment. Next week, here, so it does move around, not very quickly, being turtles, but it is indeed Urzin. And you enter there, and there's settlements on top of the horizon back turtles, and permanent ones, some towers, some barracks, all sorts of things. And what's it called? What's the opposite of the Dwendalian Empire? Is the Kryn Dynasty. Kryn Dynasty, yeah. So it's aligned with the Kryn Dynasty, and their job is to kind of move around, and it's a very strong settlement in that it can move, and the buildings can literally defend themselves. So its job is to kind of wander around here in the broken Val Marsh. Any incursions from the Rongard garrison or the Ashgard garrison, they'll be first to defend it. But you are summoned. So, as I said, this is set in marshland, and the rank odors of the local Vale Marsh mingle with the musty aroma of a fleet of gargantuan reptiles as you traverse the tricky ropes bridges above Urzin. Now, this strange goblinoid visions move slowly and endlessly through the swampy Johassian waste. Its structures set atop the massive shells of horizon-back turtles. Urzin monstrous rhythms pay little heed as you move around. Now, as you're checking out Urzin, maybe you've been here for a while, maybe not. But this hobgoblin comes up to you, and I'm saying you're just on the just wandering around in the swamps below the turtles. And he comes up to you and says, I haven't seen you folks around here before. Are you new to town? And before we actually drop into that, Caspian, what does Caspian look like?
Caspian is a fairly well-dressed man. Dressed in formal as your Harshian fashion. Wears a black cane, and he's very well put together. As a person, he appears to be human at first glance, but when you get a bit closer, it's quite obvious that there's something strange about him. His eyes are just one violet hue, no pupils. Hair is silver grey, and although it's the hair of an old man, the face is actually quite young, about 25 years old, mid-20s, just to say. And he has himself usually with relatively fair posture.
Yes. And Mac.
So Mac is very scruffy by comparison in that case. He is just wearing a very simple kind of almost peasant type robe. nothing too exciting to look at. He is very short. He's a gnome. Well, that's the top of his head. He's very short, but on top of his head, he has a very, very deep blue Mohican hairstyle. Like literally 1970s punk style, like really long one. If you took a look at him, he has 2 different coloured eyes, and there's just something about him that makes people kind of pay attention, notice him, but just in a curious way more than anything else. He doesn't quite fit in as being part of from around here or pretty much anywhere, frankly. That's him.
Edward?
Edward is a very, very young and very, very small unit. He must be around 15, 16. His face is mangled with a scar that goes from his left eye all the way down to his chin. He's fairly well dressed, mostly in blue and violet. He mostly keeps it to himself. He has long black hair. And around his waist there seems to be menagerie, let's call it, of puppets. That's basically it.
And that's really cool artwork, by the way. Where did you get that from?
Yeah, I got a commission for the character.
Said Malcolm knowing this in the first place. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
And
Where is it?
Vincent.
I can't see it. You see like a medium-sized humanoid, like about 20 years old, wearing a stern piece of leather, and hopefully some mantle with frayed ends. Around his neck, a big scarf, and on his right shoulder, you see a shoulder pad with multiple sharp spiked studs. He's wielding a spare weapon with scimitars on each end. Has a dashing, slicked back hair, small broken horns on top of his forehead, pinkish skin, blue. It seems like human eyes, blue human eyes, and also he has fresh scars on top of his nose, and another one that goes crossing his cheek, his mouth, and stopping on his chin. And like he has this calm and stoic expressions.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So as I said, this hobgoblin comes up to you and he says, and he sees Vincent, gives Vincent a little nod, looks at Mac, gives Mac a little nod, takes a longer look at Caspian, but kind of nods. Then his eyes fixate on Edward. And he says, you lot aren't from around here and human, right? He says to Edward. You're a long way from home, son.
I have no home to begin with. My name's Edward. Nice to meet you as well. I'm sorry if my looks don't please you, but it's the only looks I have, and you better get used to it, because if there's any job around here, I'm happy to help.
Oh,
If there's
jobs.
coin involved.
I gotta ask you first, friend. What's a human doing over this way? There's a war raging on, friend, and I don't know, but humans tend to be not, shall we say, as welcome in this parts of the world.
Well, you would find it hard to believe, but I was never really accepted as anywhere in the human society, as you say. I've had no parents, not that I can remember. The only thing they left me was this scar. I'm trying to find myself, so like I said, I don't mean to meddle your business, but if there's coin that you might pay for a good job, I'm strong and capable. I can prove you that. If not, I'll just be on my merry way, sir.
Yes, be on your weary way and roll up a new character, thanks. My advice to you, son, is just to walk carefully. And what about you? He says, watering his eyes on Vincent. What brings you to Urzin?
He gives a deep sigh. I'm looking for this goblin. Name is Barbara, I think. So yeah.
What do you know of Bolborough?
Not much. I just want to make some questions.
So you're like your human friend, I guess? You have to make a bit of coin?
Not exactly, but yeah, I'm seeking some answers. So yeah, of course, coin would be nice, but yeah, my main goal is to get some answers from this goblin.
Well, you'll blend right in here, tiefling. What about you, gnome? What brings you here?
What brings me here? My feet. What a strange question. What a strange question. What brings you here?
The hobgoblin starts rubbing his temples. Bloody gnomes. How did you get here? Did you walk? And what are your reasons for being here?
I understand now. I'm here to have a look. I'm having a look at everything. It's a big world, and I want to see all of it.
Well, I have, if you're interested in exploring, I might have a job for you. It involves walking through swampy waters filled with muck and filth and all sorts of other manners. Is that something that would interest you?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Hey, tiefling. Keep an eye on this one, all right? It doesn't appear terribly stable.
I mean, I don't know this guy. I'm not his mother. So, yeah. I mean,
Well, just between
if
you
you
and
pay me to have a look at him, then I can do it.
we'll see what can be arranged. And you, he says, looking at Caspian, you look like you're not a human, are you? You give the appearance of one. What's your story, friend?
Well, I just heard there was trouble, and I came here to see if I could fix it for you.
Out of the goodness of
Any
your
more
heart?
that you need?
Is
Well,
it?
the payment is always appreciated, but it is not the main concern. And not all of my concerns are your business.
Fair enough. All right. Well, you guys, especially you, he says, glaring at Edward yet again. You're not from around here. I haven't seen you, so you might just be the people I'm looking for. My name's what is my name? I have it right here. My name is Morgid. Come with me. And so Morgid, with Mac, Edward, Vincent, and Caspian in tow, following Morgid's lead, you go around a couple of turtles as they kind of breathe and snort in your direction. It almost pushes you off the feet, the breath that's coming off these things. And if you're not used to swampy, smelly, stinky swamp water, then this would be quite off-putting. Just the oppressiveness of the swamp is coming through, and the filth of the swamp, just the muddy water of nothing else, is getting up on your boots and flicking up all over your body as well. It's just dirty. But Morgrid leads you through some horizon-back turtles and up on a particularly large one. And you approach the ramshackle hall of something, because it says Lord the all of Ogre Lord Buffle 2. I'll put their name in there. And it's a towering structure on top of this. Oops, he's a second. He's not the first. And Morgrid says, well, if you're interested, Lord Buffle the Second has jobs to come this way. And you enter...
And, Edward would ask him, and who's this Ogre Lord Buffoon the Second? What's he done to be called Lord?
Look, friend, his name is Buffle. Buffle, not Buffoon. And I would suggest you show him a little bit more respect.
I meant no disrespect. It's just my human accent. Sorry.
Glance back at you, and he opens the curtain of this thing and welcomes the four of you in. I'm assuming the four of you go in, as we have a very short campaign. And the din.
Clean? Is it clean inside? Comparison to the outside, is it clean?
Cleaner, but not clean.
Also, a question: Are we on top of the big turtle?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
You're on top of a big turtle. Keep in mind, there's dozens of turtles around here. This one's a bit larger than the other ones. So you, Morgrid opens the curtain for you, and you all go inside. And the din of the swamp and the hushed clatter of Urzin's residence is muted as you step through the folds of a heavy leather curtain in the chamber beyond. There, the reek of the marsh is quickly replaced by the favourable scent of roasted meats and spiced wines. Orc attendants, once again looking sideways at Edward, gesture you to a litter of dingy furs before the seat of Buffle II, who allows you to settle in before his baritone voice issues a welcome. Eat, drink, but be wary, for the Empire has come to Jorhash, bringing damnation with us. But please, take a seat.
Before Caspian takes his seat, he quickly cleans his boots with a prestidigitation, and well, then he'll sit and dine.
Okay, so your boots get cleaned up, no problem. And they start bringing out like roasted boar, even some spiced wines. Offer some to Caspian. Does Caspian take some?
Yes, he will.
Mac?
Most definitely. He will quite happily get involved in any kind of food and drink.
Edward?
Edward hasn't come to the age of drinking. He's never really tried it, but he's going to pretend he's drinking. So he's going to keep up a mug, put some in his mouth, throw the rest behind his head. They serve piss in this place, and stop drinking.
And Vincent, he is not going to actually sit. He's going to be next to the door, and he just grab a cup of the beer or the
Scented wine.
the pissed wine, and keep to himself.
The hobgoblin who let you in, he sees Edward. So what, you pretended to drink it, said it didn't taste very nice, and threw it over your shoulder?
Well, yeah, stop drinking. Just to, because I don't want to drink. So just to pretend that I don't like it, so they don't keep pushing it onto me.
Morgrid comes in, goes up against Lord Buffle II, and said, "So these are the people I found for you. As you say, they are not from around here. They're not associated with us, so I think these are just the type of people you're looking for. But I must say, Lord, that human over there is already up to no good. I would understand if you don't want to include him in this very important mission. And Lord Buffle says, enough, Mulgrid. He's an outsider. He is not directly associated with us. It'll be purpose. He'll serve his purpose, so step aside. Now, as I said, my name is Lord Buffle II. And who might be I addressing? You, Tiefling, what's your name?
Hello, I'm Vincent.
And what brings you to my village, Vincent?
I think you know a goblin called Bolbara. I want to talk with them.
You want to talk with Bolbara or about Bolbara?
With Bolbara.
Well, we will get to that in just a second. And you, human, you perhaps was even most suited for this mission. No one would ever suspect a human, especially in these times of war. What is your name?
My name's Edward. Nice to make your acquaintance, Lord the Second. What happened to the first?
Well, I will explain that in just a second. You gnome, what brings you here?
Oh, not again. I walked.
Bloody gnomes! What is your reason for being in Urzin?
I found it. I like to look at places. I'm exploring. I'm an explorer. Yes, explorer.
Well, if you accept this job from me, you'll have much to explore. And finally, you. What's your name? He says, glaring at Caspian.
Lord Buffle II. First of all, thank you for your great hospitality. The name is Caspian, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm traveling here because word was that you could use a hand. I was not told the specifics, but I thought I'd lend it.
Well, you are all most welcome here in Urzin. As you know, there is a war going on between the Dwendalian Empire and the Kryn dynasty. And once again, human, Edward, you are not from around here, so perhaps you are most suited for this mission. So my father, Lord Buffle I, was slain 40 years earlier by a Kryn paragon called Sunbreaker Olamon. I'll put that in the chat in case you are taking notes. Now, 40 years is an eternity, but I've been ruling this settlements for that long, and there's been a slow, shall we say, discontent among Urzin's goblinoid population, who do work tirelessly for the glory of the Kryn dynasty and their agendas. Now, an increasing number of Urzin's residents are looking to me and his advisors for leadership, despite the dynasty's overt hold over the leader. So almost like we're trying to keep true to our goblinoid past and still remain loyal to the Kryn dynasty. It's a delicate balancing act, but that is the task that is before me. Now, is there any questions before I go further?
What did I'm sorry to hear about Buffle the First. Did he have any enemies? Why was he slain?
Well,
Were you a battle? Were you attacked recently?
Well, he died 40 years ago, so not recently. This was, shall we say, before we threw the full might of the Urzin township at the Kryn dynasty's feet, swore our allegiance. And my father, Buffle I, shall we say, was a little hesitant to join, wanting to maintain true to the goblinoid ideals. I don't know if it was political or not, but he was slain. And I assumed leadership and threw our weight of Urzin behind the Kryn dynasty. But to answer your questions, no, we have not been attacked recently. The lands between us and the Dwendalian Empire proper have been kept at bay, shall we say. But, as you know, war is afoot. Now this comes to the crux of my problem and why I have brought you here before me. But 3 nights ago, my most trusted advisor, a goblin, goblin soothsayer, shall we say, someone who can protect and read the signs, whose name is Bolbara.
Oh,
Put that in chat.
okay.
So there's Bolbara. So he's my most trusted advisor, my most trusted counselor, and he journeyed to the foothills of the Broken Veil Bluffs to the west, where she regularly goes to forage for ritual components. Now, she has never returned, and she has never left for more than a night. I do not know what happened to her, but I do know that Dwendalian Empire patrols have been spotted in the area in previous weeks. The patrols strike out from an outpost known as Fort Venture, which watches over the Broken Veil Bluffs. Now, I assume you see the problem, and I assume you know what I want. I need Bolbara back. Is this something that you think you can do for me?
So, how many days is she? Is she or he? I don't. Sorry, I don't.
She.
She. Okay.
She left 3
How
nights
many-
ago. 3 nights ago.
3 nights ago. Okay. And the last time you saw her was where? At.
She regularly goes to the foothills of the Broken Veil Bluffs to gather components for her rituals. So that's where she said
Okay.
she was hidden.
Sorry, but I mean not from here. Could you say if it's north or southwest or south from here?
Well,
West.
West.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fort.
Um,
Fort. What was the name?
It
Fort
was-
Venture. Fort Venture.
Fort.
My
Sorry,
apologies, Lord Buffle. To make our conversation, and for those who are not from this area, do you perhaps have a map of the region to pinpoint us in the right direction? That would
Yep.
most definitely help.
Yep, he lays out this map and says, well, that is a very sensible question. So here, and he points to a spot on the map, is where the turtles are at the moment, where Urzin at the moment. Now let me just warn you ahead of time. If you take 10 days, 20 days, 30 10 days, well no, maybe not 30, 3 10 days, you might not find us where you left us. So keep that in mind. I suspect that Bolbara is somewhere in this area west of us. So search there.
He's an ogre, right? He's quite tall.
He's an ogre. Yep. Definitely
so-
quite tall.
Edward will step on his chair, still probably just meeting his waist height. And he'll say, "Look here, my excellent services can be put to use, and I'm quite sure I'm fairly capable of bringing this Bulbasaur counselor back. However, there must be coin involved, otherwise, I'll just lose interest."
Say after me, you petulant fool. Bolbara.
Was that no? Sorry, I'm not good with names.
Bolbara.
We'll find her if coin's given.
Coin will be provided. I will provide you with 3 things. 200 gold pieces to be split amongst you. And of course, just out of Buffle's character for a second. 200 gold pieces is probably more money than any of you seen in a lifetime. So 50 gold pieces. I mean, it doesn't sound much when you're a 20 level character, but 50 gold pieces is a lot. So just keep that in mind. You can just... And so 200 gold pieces to be split amongst you. And I'll also provide you with premium weapons. So any swords, any arrows, any bows I can provide for you. Not only that, but I'll provide you with a hobgoblin to escort you and assist you in any ways you can. And you've already met this hobgoblin, Morgrid. And Morgrid, who you met before, steps in. Morgrid will assist you. So I can provide you 200 gold pieces, your choice of premium weapons, and a trusted ally and my trusted scout, Morgrid.
Well, we'll be still risking our lives, and I think you got us wrong. I don't know these people. We just arrived here together. I've got my own weapons, and we'll be going into an uncharted land with someone that we don't know, and honestly, he doesn't like me. I would gladly take this job, but half the payment beforehand, and the other half once we finish it.
So this is a very, very critical moment of the campaign. This is the very, very first roll. So this is a natural 1. It's a bad omen. If it's a natural 20, it's a good omen. So if you'd be so kind as to make me a persuasion check and set the tone of the campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my forte.
Oh no.
Look at this, guys. Look at this.
I can't, I've got my eyes closed.
Dun, 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 dun. Wow, that's decidedly
quite
Average.
It's quite average.
Yeah.
I did this with a campaign once, and I set it up like I did this, and it happened to be at advantage, and the guy rolled 2 natural 1s on advantage.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
So,
Yeah, everyone died on session 0.
the character did die actually later on in the campaign, but so it's his own fault. Not like several sessions in, but yes.
So cute that Malcolm keeps track of who he kills.
Yeah, he remembers each one.
Fond moments.
It's a bit dark, really, isn't it?
So you want payment up front, do you? I can't go half, but if I could buy you 50 gold pieces for expenses, you can have 50 gold pieces in advance.
Yeah, I'll take it. Like he kind of mutters, and you know that he's playing the part, but it's obvious that Edward doesn't quite know what he's doing. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll be coming back for the rest of the payment, though. Don't you doubt it.
Assuming you're successful, of course. Morgrid, pay these people. And he hands you all 12 gold pieces and 5 silver pieces each.
Oh, guys, I got his cash. Let's leave.
First of all, I mean, how old are you?
I'm 20.
20. Inside check.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll just roll a d20 so you don't know what I'm doing.
Sure.
Okay, so that is a total of 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Seems
don't quite, I
believable.
didn't think you know. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know.
Okay. Look, I want to be honest with you. It's quite dangerous out there, and I mean, you look like a child for me, and I don't want you to get hurt. So, if you want, you can stay here. We go there, and we divide the gold with you. Okay?
It's Vincent, right? That was your name? Did I get that
Yes.
wrong? It's
Yeah,
okay,
that's my name.
Vincent. I know it's a scary world outside. You worry. Mr. Mr. Buffle, it seems like Vincent is going to stay here and enjoy your wine. We just get his share, okay?
You are funny. You're a funny guy. Okay. Also, Mr. Buffalo, I have a question about Bobara. So, in the event of that she is dead, would you be able to help me, like, have access to maybe her stuff, her hut? Just me. I want to investigate because, like I said, I'm here to look for some answers, and I believe that she has these answers. And if she's dead, so that's not much reason for me to stay here, you know. So if you say to me that even if she's dead, I can at least look at her stuff. So I could be more, let's say, motivated to do that.
Persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, this is really bad.
Excellent.
-2. Oh man.
Let me speak clearly. Balbara is my most trusted advisor. She knows things that most other goblinoids around here do not know. Matters that do not concern them, but would overwhelm them. And you, sir, I do not know you at all. But if you bring back her body or proof of her demise, then I will give you the gold and say thank you. But having access to her dwellings, to her hut, absolutely not.
Okay.
In that case, we'll just have to make sure that we bring her back alive now, don't we?
It seems so.
Well, if it was not obvious otherwise, yes. Alive would be far preferable.
And I believe all is settled, and much appreciation for your generosity. I believe you were giving us some premium weapons as well, right?
Yes, we'll get to that just in a second.
So do you have any provisions to help us with the trip? Like, I'm talking about health potions. Do you have those?
I have premium weapons to offer you.
No potions?
No potions.
Oh, man. Okay.
Now, something else. Something else that perhaps you'd be interested in learning about Balbara. She is very elderly. And in fact, she was here for the first reign of Buffle the First. And she is Urzin's itself, chief lawmaster, and a pivotal ally in the battle both against the Empire and against the, shall we say, oppressiveness of the Jorhassian Empire and the swamps itself. Now, we'll tell you that she is a warlock. Little is known of who gives her these powers, but the powers she provides is respected by all. So, not sure who her patron is, but, needless to say, very powerful. Now, without Balbara's arcane protections and political guide, I fear that the Kryn dynasty will, shall we say, be even more oppressive and will be submitting to their powers. And that will make us even more of a target for the imperialist reprisals. So we're walking a delicate line, and we need Balbara's advice, leadership, and lore.
Sure. Okay, so in the event, like, let's say, for some terrible reason, she's dead. So can you at least give me all the information that we have about her when we return? At least what you know. So, or maybe the people that are more close to her. So as you are not leaving me access to her stuff, at least I would like to know more about her. If you can do that when we return.
Make another persuasion check.
Yeah,
Natural 20.
yeah, this will be a hard campaign. Oh, man.
You are not endearing myself to my favors.
Vincent is sinking over himself.
You are pushing it. Look, I'll put it this way. If you have answers and questions to Balbara, your simplest course of action is to go and find her and talk to her.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking that if maybe she is dead, so, I mean, but okay, you made your point, so sorry for push my boundaries, sorry, so I think we are then settled. I think you guys want to go, or you guys have anything else to do here, or I don't know.
Before we go, how does this Bulbara looks like? And also, if we do find her, and we will, how can we prove that we're with you? Like most people don't seem to trust my face here. How do I know that she's not going to run away from me?
Morgrid.
I can't assure he'll survive, sir, to be honest. Look at him.
Morgrid just glares at you.
I just need something more, like an insignia, perhaps, or something that she'll know belongs to you.
Tell her that it is me who sent you, and mention a red flower that grows in the marsh. She'll know what that means. A red flower that grows in the marsh.
Right. Edward just looks towards the rest of the party and like, Buffle and Bulbara sitting on a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. All right. I guess you have a job, guys. Let's go. If you want to come.
Morgrid said, well, come on, if you want those superior weapons, I can provide you some. Come with me. And you all, I assume, leave the dwelling of Lord Buffle. Morgrid's leading away. He's got 20 feet above in front of you. So if you want to discuss anything about this adventure or get to know your fellow players, characters, then now would be the time.
Just as we're leaving, Mac's going to turn over, just turn around, look over his shoulder at Buffle and say, Lord Buffle, I'll be back. Look a bit confused and then follow everybody else.
I'll be back. I expect you to be back. What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
Strange gnomes. Never understood them. Okay.
What did you say your name was, little one? Edward says.
Little one? Do you mean
Well,
me, or are you talking to yourself?
I don't usually talk to myself. Well,
Do you
if
not?
I find it kind of dull. You know, I'm not the best talkative person, and I tried it, and then I start talking to myself, but I bore myself, and then it's just an awkward silence, and I just disappoint me. So I stopped doing it. Anyways, yeah, you.
Me?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Are you okay?
I mean, you seem like all over the place.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine, I'm just happy.
I thought your name was Mac.
Yes.
So, you're happy or Mac? Make up your mind.
Happy Mac. Happy Mac, I like it. Yeah, Happy Mac.
Yeah, that sounds like a meal of food or something for some reason. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
You can call me Big if you like.
Oh, I like that. I'll call you Big Mac. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Oh, okay. Big Mac. Big Mac.
children.
Yeah, what you'll notice about Matt, he tends to have a grin on his face most of the time, and he's got that kind of 1,000-yard stare thing that means that he's probably listening, might be thinking about other things, not really sure.
I forgot to mention, Edward has a longbow behind his back, as well as a greatsword, and the greatsword, it looks like, if you played Final Fantasy VII, like Tidus, because the sword is so massive compared to him. It just looks like a miniature Tidus from Final Fantasy VII. So,
Okay.
these premium quality weapons.
Yeah.
You have a stash full of weapons, and you don't even participate in a war for your country.
I participate, don't you worry about that. Anyway, come with me. And he leads you down from the horizon bag turtle to another one, and you go up, and you see there's a makeshift shop there. It's one of the permanent structures here. A lot of times people of Urzin will bring temporary tents and other things and unpack them from the tortoises and lay them out. But this is a permanent structure on top of one of the turtles. And Morgan says, Rhea, I have some customers for you. They are to be provided with some of our premium weapons by order of Lord Buffle. And Vreya, who looks like is a drow, female drow, says, well, you are most welcome then. As you see, we have fine weapons. You may take one under orders of Lord Buffle. And you look around there. There are clubs, daggers, hand axes, any simple weapons, basically. And when they say premium weapons is definitely a stretch. They are goblinoid-made weapons, and they're hastily crafted. So, like the hilt of the swords isn't smooth, for example, so you might get blisters from the swords. So, you may take your pick. What would you like?
Thank you, but I think I'm gonna continue using my own weapon. Thank you very much.
A pile of junk. What is all of this?
It is not a pile of junk. It is weapons that we use against the Dwendalian Empire.
You don't expect to win using these?
We have won, and we will win.
Have they been used before?
Some of them, yes.
Right, do you have any arrows, perhaps?
Yes, and she presents you with some arrows, 20 of them. And once again, they'll work as arrows, but they're not sleek elfin arrows here, jagged goblin arrows.
Should I take note that they have some hindrance on the damage or something? Or
No.
okay, they just look awful, like handy, like goblin made, perhaps.
Goblin made, exactly, yep. But they will function as normal arrows. Would anybody else? Yes. Yes, what would you like?
I'm not much for weapons. However, I do believe that I have to go out into the swamp. And he points at himself. I'm not really dressed for that kind of walk. Could I perhaps just have some travel clothing instead of one of your fine weapons, which would just be not worthy of my hands?
Of course. And she reaches back and brings out a traveling cloak. It's kind of got greens and browns and blacks into it. It will definitely make you blend into the swamp a little bit better. Would this suffice?
Well, it would be a great start, but perhaps some proper trousers and boots as well. I would probably slip with what I'm wearing right now.
She provides you with some boots with a bit of grip on the bottom, and some, so she dicks you out in full traveling clothes that would be suitable for swamp travel.
Yes. Thank you, much appreciated.
You are welcome. What about you, Gnome? Is there something you require?
So, Mac, I'll just go for a dagger of some sort.
Sure. She hands you over a very jagged dagger, and once again, it functions as a dagger, despite its poor workmanship.
Awesome.
And this item is too good for you, human?
Sorry, is he talking to me or?
You're
'Cause
the
I took some
human.
arrows. I took some arrows, so.
Oh, you took some arrows. Sorry. Who didn't want some? Was it? Who said it was a
Yeah,
bunch of crap?
Vincent. Vincent, yeah.
Ah, Vincent. Sorry.
Mm.
So tiefling, this is too good for you.
Yeah, these weapons, they are really, really special for me. So thank you. But I think I'm gonna take the cloak.
Okay. She hands you over a similar thing than what Caspian got in terms of, traveling gear.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
So you get those items. Morgred says, so those, shall we say, are on Buffle. There's anything else you wish to purchase before we leave? Now would be the time.
Like I said, if you had potions here, I would like to buy, but I guess you don't have it, right?
Tell you what. Roll a d20, Vincent, and pray you get a 16 or higher. There might be a potion available if you roll a 16 or higher.
Oh man.
What have you rolled so far? It's just been crap after crap.
Yeah, just crap.
The drow says, unfortunately, there are no healing potions available. My apologies. Is there any? She has lots of other things in her store, but this was just the simple stuff she was offering. If there's anything else you wish to purchase, well, please let me know.
Let me see. So we do have a healer's kit. Or maybe a climber's kit also.
Now,
Hello?
yes, Morgred pipes up and says, "The swamp, it's a messy, dirty place. If any of you people fall down, start bleeding out, then I'm not sure I can save you. So you have the coin for it, I would suggest you buy a healer's kit."
Yeah, I was questioning if you have a healer's kit. Yeah.
They do. And
Okay, so
it will go
yeah,
for
I'll take one.
5 gold pieces.
Okay,
So that's
I
a
take
healer's.
5 and give to her.
Last chance. Morgred says, "Look, we've got to get going. This is an important mission. If anything else, now would be the time."
You said you've fought against the Dwendalian Empire. Am I right?
That is correct.
Have you perhaps have any of their uniforms fit us?
Unfortunately, that we do not.
Right, it'd be quite handy if we want to pretend to be one of them. Get some insight on if they spotted Bulbasaur.
Bol Bada.
Bulbous variety.
Bol
That one.
Bada.
Yeah, you'll catch up.
Morgred just shakes his head. So is there anything else you guys want?
Malcolm, I assume you're going with the no rations need to be tracked
Yeah, it's
rule
just
used before? Okay, cool.
yeah, it doesn't add much fun. So nope.
Yeah, okay. Fair point, thanks.
Unless it's knucklehead trout every meal.
Good knuckle.
Okay with that, Morgred says, well, we need to be off. And just drag you back to here for a second. So you, whoops. Let's have a new ally already. More, actually, more.
You're jumping into conclusions, Malcolm, calling him ally.
I am. That is true.
Oh no.
But there we go. So there's a fourth member of your party, Morgred. And he leads you away from the horizon back turtles as you start on getting away from places of safety. And you head into the swamp. Oh, lost my perspective here. Into the swamps, the Broken Vale Marsh by Urzin. Which brings us to this map here.
Oh dear. I
So,
don't like this map. It has hexagons. We're gonna get lost.
so this is where you are at the moment. As you see, this is showing you the area around you. And this over here is where you want to get to. Okay? Now, the way this is going to work, swamps are hard places to navigate. It's tricky to move around. And Morgred.
Sorry, where are we supposed to go? Because I just see us.
Yep, so you're here.
Mhm.
You want to get to here. You should be able to see this part. Do you see this part, David?
Well, I see a ping on the black spot.
Tell you what I'll do. We'll do it this way. You should be able to see it
Ah,
over here
yeah.
now. Yep. In fact, I'll just leave that markers
Awesome.
there. Actually, this should be revealing more of the map as it goes.
Yeah, it is.
So we'll just highlight this cliff over here. Yeah. But exactly here where the marker is where you're aiming for. Now Morgred says, well, I know swamps a little bit. I can get us there as best we can, but swamps can be a confusing place. So if any of you, I'm going to use the word allies loosely, thinks they could travel well through the swamp, could help navigate us, then now would be the time to put your hand up.
No, better not.
I trust your skills are far superior to mine when it comes to traversing the swamp.
What about you,
I was
human?
never lost in my life. If you want to get to the fastest route, it's west, right? How hard can that be? And I start heading randomly. No idea where west is. Just follow
Okay.
me. Try to catch up.
So Edward, you are the navigator. What is your
This is going to take ages.
what is your survival?
Minus
modifier?
one.
Minus one.
If he starts
No,
heading
no,
one
no.
direction saying it's west, I would like to make a survival check just to double check, like, is he actually going west?
No, yeah. Yeah, I would not follow. I would wait for the hobgoblin.
Okay, so each hex on here is a mile long, Now, what I'll be doing, I'll be making survival checks on your behalf, Edward, taking the -1 modifier. So in other words, you are convinced all the time of the direction you're going.
Yeah.
If you go off in a random direction because you fail your survival check, then your true position will only be revealed once you do a successful survival check. Does that make sense?
We're going for 100% run, guys. We'll see the whole map before we actually.
This way it does make it more likely.
It's 100% run. That's what we're doing.
Oh dear.
This
Okay.
reminds me of Tomb of
Yeah,
Annihilation.
I'm having Dorothy vibes here.
Yeah, it's nice to know what it's like on the other side of it.
I miss my old character.
Right, let's get lost.
Okay, so you start heading off west. Now, also, I need somebody to... Wow, first of all, as you just enter Broken Vale Mast under the strong navigation of Edward, you see the boggy wetlands covered with waist-high water spread as far as you can see as you venture deeper into the mist-laden expanses of Broken Vale Marsh. By the way, everything is difficult terrain. Just keep that in mind. Morgrid, your hobgoblin guide, knows approximately where it is, but the path he informs you leads through a hazardous morass in the territory of unknown monsters. When you take a brief rest on a patch of relatively dry land, Morgrid produces a scrap of bleached leather from his belt, a map of the marsh, which he shows you in approximation. His eyes narrow as he tries to pierce the fog ahead as he glances from the marsh to the map and back again. Now, the marsh loves outlanders like you. Loves to gobble them up, bones and all. But do not worry, my friends, because we have Edward here. Edward will lead us through the swamp. At approximation, maybe 3 days of swamp to sift through before we reach Fort Venture. And then it will be your time to shine. And then this wild-eyed hoblin stuffs a map back into his belt and starts following Edward.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You said these swamps are dangerous.
Aye.
All right, let's try and keep the noise level to the minimum, guys, and only step where I step, okay?
All right. So, and let's say Caspian, roll me a d20, please.
Right.
And roll me a d12.
18 dragons. Nice.
12.
Ancient red dragons.
Oh gosh.
You've already done it for me already. You already put your passive perceptions on. Thank you. I was about to ask for that. Oh, Edward. Wow, you're going to miss a lot of things. So...
That's your perspective.
Your perspective. You're not really one to talk at this point. You don't have a much.
At least there's a perspective.
Okay, so let me just do a quick little bit of setup here, and we'll enter our first thing that happens. There. So you're. Actually, I'll flip this around. Go over there. So as you're leading, we'll have Edward out in front. Morgrid will be at the back. Mac second, approximately, in the marching order.
Yeah, it's going to vary though, because when he sees something he's interested in, he's going to start wandering off towards. So.
Okay. Caspian in the middle and Vincent towards the back. Does that work?
Yes, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start slogging through this swamp. It's deep, it's marshy, it's really hard to get through. Caspian, yeah, despite the traveling clothes, you're still getting a bit dirty and mucky. It's just unavoidable. And as you march through, let's have a look. Edward, you're looking around. You don't really notice anything. You're kind of keeping to yourself, concentrating on marching, shall we say, and navigating. You don't notice this, and the rest of you don't notice until you're almost on top of it. But as you approach, creatures start emerging from the swamp. They look like golems themselves, but they are rotten, they are filthy, they're covered in muck, and they move surprisingly fast across the swamp, go "Blah!" and burst out. And we're going to have our first combat. Edward, you are surprised. You do not get a turn this time.
You see, guys, the trick of navigating the swamp is to be the hunter rather than the prey. Eyes sharp everywhere. You see the moss? The moss on the trees tells you where the south is. If you follow my advice, and you'll never get lost. Never. Always on the lookout. Never surprised.
Edward, thank you for clicking your token first. Oh, Morgrid. Can't forget Morgrid. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Who are we missing?
Yeah, it's me. It's me. I can't get my head around it. There we go. It's going well, isn't it?
Okay.
Yep, done it now.
Let's get some battle music. We'll do this one. Okay, so these things, as I said, rise up from there, and they start coming straight toward you. They're almost rising out of this swamp as they come. Vincent, you are first to react. You see them coming out of the swamp. What do you do?
You see, Edward, be aware, and I'm going to move here to protect him, and I'm gonna make a dodge action.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it.
Cool. So you rush forward, protecting Edward already you don't know, and you take the dodge action, getting ready for these ghouls as they inevitably will try and attack you. Let me just, where will I put the dodge? Okay, there we go. We'll do that for dodge. And Margaret says, I told you to be careful. Watch yourselves. Be careful. Who knows what the undead will do? That. Let's pretend I continue to creature that. Okay. He's going to hold his action. He's going to say, somebody, get close to one of these things. I can take a much better shot. Get up close to it. And he draws back his longbow, getting ready to let it fly. Mac.
So, it's time to show everybody the ultimate power that Mac has. So, he's actually going to target the one that's in basically his line of sight. There we go. You can ping it now.
Yep.
And he's going to use a firebolt.
A firebolt? Nice.
Here's if I can, there we go. Hang on a tick. So I'm having fun with my D&D Beyond for some reason. So there we go.
That's all right. Okay, so you see this creature rising from the depths, and just as it pops its head up, you shoot out a firebolt. Let me see if the sound effect works. Come on. There we go. So your firebolt, did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Great. So the firebolt whoosh, shoots out, clacks on top of this thing, and 8 points of damage. And you see little bits of its flesh are starting to burn. But yeah, nice attack. So Mac, is that your turn?
That is indeed Mac's turn.
Okay, and this creature keep in mind this is difficult terrain. These things don't seem to be affected from this difficult terrain. And this thing is kind of half swimming, half running across the water, moving at surprising speed. It comes right up next to Vincent. And Morgred said, that'll do me. And he pulls back on his longbow, takes a shot. And let's see, does that hit? It does hit. So he pulls back on his arrow, push, sets one across it, digs deep into the creature for 5 piercing, but because it's next to an ally, he gets an extra 2d6 damage to it.
Nice.
And with that, the creature gets pelted with arrows after the firebolt, and it's staggering a little bit. It shaves off most of its armor. It's kind of got a little stub next to it, but it's getting ready to attack Vincent. That's it! Keep close! Take them out! From a distance if you can. I know that's contradictory, but let's do our best. Edward, keep in mind these things will outpace us. Be careful.
I'm surprised, right?
Edward, you see arrows and firebolts. You're thinking, what the hell is happening? You don't know.
Stop shooting at me, guys! What the hell?
This creature comes out and just... It's got some, like a piece of arm in its hand. And the creature... It's going to reach out with its claws and try to rake across you. And, it's at disadvantage.
Yeah.
AC being 13. So you see it coming, you're ready to dodge it, and whoosh, you dodge out the way. And the claw just scrapes across your armor. And you see little bits of venom or poison or something dripping off his fingers. But regardless, you manage to avoid it. The second one.
Welcome.
Yeah.
You just skipped me.
Oh, did I? Oh, my apologies. Caspian. We'll go back to Caspian.
I'm gonna take a few steps to this side, and I will attack this one with a firebolt.
Ooh, we're going to have firebolts flying. I like it. Okay, make your attack.
Let's burn these.
15, so your firebolt shoots off the battlefield and manages to hit this this creature for 3 points of damage. And it turns and its eyes starts focusing on you, the source of the fireball. Okay. I think it's this guy's turn.
It already went. He attacked me.
So you've been attacked twice so far?
Hmm?
You've only been attacked once so far, haven't you? Or twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I think once. Yeah, I'm not sure if this guy attacked me, but...
yes, this guy attacked you. And then this guy wandered over and is attacking you now.
Okay.
So, it's attacking you with its claws. Ooh, 18. Even with your dodge action, that's going to hit at disadvantage. So, the claws rake across you despite your dodging. It digs into the flesh and you feel something going into your system. First of all, take 6 slashing damage. Oh, look at that. Half the hit points just on one hit. And make me a Constitution saving throw. Oh.
Nice.
You feel your body start to freeze up and you almost stumble backward into the swamp, but you regained yourself. Well done. Okay, that's the time to bring out the natural 20, yes. Whoops. Come back here. So that's 5, 10, 15, So this guy comes swooping across the swamp, kind of half swimming, half running, and comes right up to Caspian and just roars in your face. Doesn't like being burnt. Not able to get there and attack though. And this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, comes right up to next to you, Mac, and does the same thing. Starts roaring in your face, but it doesn't get an attack. Vincent, back to you.
Yeah. So between these two, which is more damaged?
This one by far. This is the one
Okay.
Morgred hit.
So I'm gonna start slashing with my double scimitar.
Okay.
So yeah.
Take a swing. Ah, slices into it. Yeah, that's a hit.
12.
And that's a nice roll. Let me just double check something. Nope. For the very first time, I'm going to ask you, how do you want to do it?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna spin my. You see, like this double scimitar weapon. Like I start spinning it, and then I go from the top, and then I start like slashing on his shoulder, and then I gotta do a nice slash on his chest to like cutting from his chest to his belly button.
Nice. I can, Morgred said, perhaps, what did he call you? Perhaps you... perhaps your outlanders aren't as useless as I thought you were. Vincent!
Yeah.
Duck! And he fires off...
I have a bonus action.
Sure,
Actually.
sure. My apologies.
Yeah, and the bonus action, I'm gonna attack this guy here.
With an offhanded attack?
Yeah, because it's a doubled weapon, I can use my bonus action to attack.
Okay.
It's like having two weapons. Oh. Okay, not happening. Okay.
Yeah. And for the first time in the campaign... Whoops. What? That's the wrong button. But this is the right button.
Oh, man.
So just miss.
Okay.
Maybe it's Morgred shouting duck at you. I assume
Yeah,
you stay there.
You got me
Says,
confused.
keep it occupied! And he fires off his longbow and it shoots and sinks into this creature for 5 points of piercing damage. And let me just check I've got this right. Once per turn he can do an extra 2d6. So his arrow flies through, thumps into the goblin, or into this creature, goblinoid zombie type thing, and he says, damn it, I was hoping it would fall. Mac, do something! And Edward, for God's sake, get your head in the game! Mac.
So the one that's right in front of him, obviously, is going to be his target, and you'll see a real ghostly skeletal hand is going to appear above him and start squeezing him as I cast Chill Touch.
So, make your roll for that, villain. Oh, no! Yeah. Not good. Here's the Chill Touch sound. Anyway, this is what it sounds like. As your hand reaches out to grab with a frosty hand around its heart, but it dodges away. No good. Oh, by the way, you might want to consider this, Mac, or everybody has a point of DM inspiration at the start of the campaign, which allows you to re-roll any d20 if it's not good. So, Mac, if you want to use your DM inspiration to undo that one, now would be the time.
I think that's what I will do, thank you.
All right.
Whoa.
Let's have another go.
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
Well,
one and a
wasted.
2. Yeah.
Well, I've only got 18 more numbers to get, so that's right.
A 1 and a 2, not a good start. Okay, so you try the Chill Touch, it doesn't work. You call upon the gods to help you. This one is dead, so it's not going to get a go, but Caspian is, as a slightly singed creature comes up to you and it's trying to bite you in the neck. What do you do?
I just start whispering straight into his brain, and I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Dissonant Whispers, okay.
He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so Wisdom saving throw, cool.
DC 14.
Wisdom. Okay, DC 14. It rolls a natural 20. Hooray, says the DM.
God damn it. He still takes 5 points of damage, though.
Okay, still 5 points of damage. That's a first level spell, right? It's not a cantrip?
Yeah, correct.
Like I say, you reach into it. He shakes his head even though he's pretty messed up to start with and takes 5 points of psychic damage. Is that your turn, Caspian?
Yeah, let's not take an attack of opportunity.
Okay, you hear Morgred saying, Edward, get your head in the game! Edward, your turn.
What you mean get my head in the game? I've been guiding us the best I can, and we've not oh my lord. And as Edward turns to Caspian and sees the foul creature, he's going to pick up his great sword from his back using his right hand and throw it up in the air and start in the air, and it starts twirling and swirling as he starts moving on the swamp, catching the great sword and doing a downward slash, trying to cut this creature in half.
Nice. Yep. And with difficult terrain, you can get there. Keep in mind it's half movement, but that was enough. Yeah, make your swing.
And let's try. There's a 16 hit.
16 does hit. So 12 points of damage. So you carve a significant chunk of this thing. It's barely holding up. In fact, you cut the lower half off it and it splits into two. But the rest of the half body is trying to reach up to Caspian and still rip his face off. You did a lot of damage, but not enough to kill it.
I got you, buddy. I turned to Caspian. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, the creature next to you, Vincent, is going to try and claw you once again. And it's not at disadvantage this time, but it still rolls a 13. So you're having been hit, you're much more aware about it, much more fearful, and doing a better job of dodging. Caspian actually missed it. Edward did not. But it's calling on top of Edward, so it's going to go for calling on top of Caspian. So it's reaching for your throat and trying to bite you right in the throat. But it rolls a 6, turning out having half a body doesn't work out. And it falls off your body, getting ready to go up again. Yep.
I'll use my reaction at this point because he tried to attack Caspian. And as soon as he does, because I swing my greatsword downwards, I'm going to quickly grab it with both my hands and go for the legs, sweep his legs.
Cool. How are you doing that, by the way? What's the ability?
Sentinel feat.
Sentinel. Nice. Yes. Variant human. So when you hit a creature, 0.
It's the last bit of it.
When a creature makes an attack against a target other than you, to make a melee weapon against. Okay, so goes up into Caspian, tries to claw his face, falls to the ground, and you bring your great sword down and pierce it through the heart. Why don't you explain exactly how you did that, Edward?
So yeah, with a downward swing, the sword kind of cut him in half and got stuck on the swamp. I let it go, grab him with both my hands and sweep his legs, cut him in half. As now he's on my side, eye to eye. I say, next time try to fight someone your own height.
I love it. Okay, Mac, though, has his own problems. There's this one, though, I don't think it's taken any damage. Comes to him and once again kind of gets right up in your face and tries to rack its claws across your throat. And that will hit with a 16. And you take 10 points of slashing damage.
I'll start rolling a new one. So, Mac is down.
Okay, Mac is indeed down. God damn it! Knew your Outlanders weren't any good. Someone get to the body! Vincent.
Whoa, okay, so looking at this thing in front of me, I'm going to again, like so, spinning my blade sword and going to try to slash it again.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
16.
hits. Nice. Roll damage.
Okay.
10. So you do a huge amount of damage, so it's barely holding its form together. Some inside bits are out, but it's still up.
Oh, nice. That's bonus action and another.
Okay. That
That's
gets
7.
three.
7.
And one of those. But it's enough to take it down. Nice. Not much for
Okay,
the,
and then yeah, then I'm gonna. Oh man, then I'm gonna try to get to the gnome here.
Okay, that has used your turn though to get there. So, I mean, yeah, you've already used your action, so you can't have a chance of healing him. Damn Outlanders! And Morgred puts down his crossbow, comes next to Mac, and brings out a healing kit for Mac, and stops Mac from dying. So Mac, you are unconscious, but you don't need to make death saving throws, as he applies medicine and dirty bandages and stuff, but it's doing the best possible. You're not dying. So Mac, you can do nothing, because you're unconscious. Caspian.
Caspian is gonna cast a firebolt on the
Nice.
final one.
So make your attack. 13. So, yeah, that hits. The firebolt shoots through the thing and poof, hits him for 5 points of damage. And you rush up there next to the side as well, by the looks of it. Nice. Okay, Caspian, that's your turn. Edward, your blade covered in gore. What would you like to do?
Oh, yeah, better watch this before I use it. I gonna leave the great sword on the floor, grab my longbow, and
Nice.
pluck an arrow and throw it right in the head, mouth thingy of this guy.
Take a shot. Oh, yes, the arrow shoots across the ground, hits him for 9 points of damage. It's barely holding on, but it is holding on. It's dead. Do you stay there?
Yes, I stay here where I am.
Okay. The creature. It is... No, I don't think it's going to run away. It's undead. It's not in its wheelhouse. But it does see Mac on the ground. It falls to its knee and starts eating Max's Mac's middle. Mac, that's 2 failed death saving throws.
Whoa! What's happening? What's happening?
I don't know what to say.
Vincent.
Yeah, I'm going. No! I'm going to rush here and try to stab him, like he's prone, right? So I have advantage.
You do. It's feasting on
So
Mac.
I'm gonna grab my double blade scimitar and gonna like stab him in the back, like as he's trying to eat Mac belly button.
Pretty much. 13? Oh, let me check. I'm not sure if that hits. No, that does hit.
But this, yeah, okay.
So 10. And that's enough to bring the creature down. How do you do it, Vincent?
Yeah, I just stab him in the back and the blade goes through his body and then it almost pierces also Mac. So I'm not sure if Mac is is conscious or not, but if he was, he would see like the blade almost piercing he also. So yeah, so
Nice.
yeah.
Margaret
And
said,
then,
Vincent, get that abomination off Mac. Drag him off.
sure. And I start dragging this thing.
Okay, so Mac is now looking mess. And Margaret says, God damn Outlanders. And he applies his medicine kit once again. He has 8 more uses left. And Mac, you are stable, so take back those 2 death saving throws. And with that, there are no more of these creatures left. What do you do?
Caspian will kneel down and use his healing hands to basically patch him up just a tiny bit and give him 1 point of healing.
All right. So Mac, you're on 1 input. How did you do that, Caspian?
An ASMR.
Ah, yes. It's 1 point of healing. You're on 1 hit point, Mac, and you come back to consciousness.
Looking
Not a
even
good
more
place to be,
confused than normal.
Are you okay, Norm?
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Yeah, that's a tough day. Then I hitch my hand to him to get him up.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Edward, you need to pay more attention. You didn't see those creatures in the swamp?
Guys, this is all part of the plan. And as I start cleaning my sword,
Yeah, was your plan to have this Norm killed?
is he dead? He's look, he's stronger than before. Why you always say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and I'm pretty sure that we all learned with this.
Yeah, but you need to be careful, right? So I think we need to get a rest because this guy here is not going to be able to walk anywhere. He's a mess.
Look, Big Mac, good job with the fire and all. If you're gonna go down with one swing, try and stay further behind, yeah?
I was behind. It's the people in front who weren't in front enough. That's the problem.
I didn't even see them. Where did they come from? And what are they? Do you know them? They look like your relatives, Morgred.
Well, these... Well, there's many battles have been fought here. I mean, these are obviously some type of goblins and goblinoid undead. Maybe they were, I don't know. But once they're undead, no mercy will be shown. And Mac, I gotta ask you, that's a rough start, being attacked by these creatures. Are you good to carry on?
Yes, very good. I just need to go a bit slower, I think, for a bit.
What do you mean? You are bleeding out like you're
Yes.
through
But
your
I've been
nose,
around, I've been
through your
around.
ears. This zombie he tried to eat you.
I wondered what that
I'll
was.
just try.
Oh. Is that why that... Oh, it's a tooth.
Yeah, he thought you were mac and cheese. I don't know. He was trying to eat you.
I'm so changing his name.
Morgred
Thought
says,
of these.
Caspian is right. It was literally eating you. You were very lucky to survive, Mac. But someone suggested maybe we take a short rest here. Catch our bearings.
There's no point
Yeah.
in rushing, I think. Just get us dead. Just put yourself together, everyone, and sharpen your weapons. And whenever you're ready to carry on, we'll proceed.
Okay, those who wish to take a short rest, you can spend that 1 hit die that you have to spend it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Are we in a spot where it's kind of dry, or are we in the middle of the wetlands?
You find a spot that's kind of dry.
Yeah, okay.
I'll keep watch.
Okay. So Vincent and or Mac, I imagine, are taking short rests.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, roll those hit dice. Oh, nice.
Nice.
And Mac?
Oh, I don't think I shared it. I rolled a 4 anyway. So.
Sure, I'll take your word for it. I think I should be looking at the
But no, I'll roll it publicly. Then I might get a better result.
No, you're good. 4's good.
Do you add something to your hit die, or is it
Yeah,
just a
your
roll?
con
of the die?
modifier.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you do add it? Did you say? Sorry.
Yeah, you
Your
roll whatever your
con-
hit dice is, plus your con modifier.
Yay! Awesome.
What if you
Thank
have
very
a
much.
negative Constitution modifier? Do you?
It's always at
Okay,
least
just
one.
ignore it.
It's always at least one.
So at least one.
So, okay. So as you take a rest in this swamp, it's not, as I said, Caspian found somewhere that was relatively dry, but relatively is, of course, relative. Can I have everybody make me a Constitution saving throw, please? Sorry, take it back. Constitution check. It's a Constitution check. So just roll your d20 plus your con modifier.
Dope.
Okay. Okay. And one more. Who are we missing?
Sorry, what we did? Constitution
Check.
check. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, work.
Ooh,
Ooh,
nice.
well done.
Oh,
It's
cheers
worth
for
waiting
that.
for, wasn't it?
So, this is not the best place to take a rest by any stretch of the imagination. You're literally in a swamp. Vincent, Caspian, and Mac, you do the best to avoid it. Let me just check exactly what it is. You start feeling the effects of taking so long and being covered in mud and filth, Edward. You're not feeling so good. And, okay, and you kind of resting around and you rub your eye. You get a little bit of swamp water in your eye. You try and... Oh, wait. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, no, I take it back. You get a little bit of... You wipe your face and you get a little bit of mud or gunk in your eye. And your vision gets slightly blurry. And you kind of... I don't know what you do with it. But you can still see fine. There's no penalties or anything. But you're not feeling great.
I knew there was piss that was serving there. Not feeling really very well.
Yeah, that's why I said not come. Like children needs to be like on the village, not on the swamp fighting monsters. We're too young for this.
I point to the 4 bodies. I seem to be doing quite all right.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Look, I might be young, but back where I come from, I'm a well-acclaimed bounty hunter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
And what do you use to hunt her then?
All sorts, as long as there's coin. Ask
Yeah,
around, and
but-
everyone knows who Edward is.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice place to ask around. There are a lot of people here. But tell me,
Well,
What
yeah.
type of-
Look at this guy, for instance. I grab the head of this corpse here. Hey, you! Have you heard of Edward, the great bounty hunter? All around Waldermount, and then I move his mouth with both my hands. Of course I did. Yeah, he's really good. Don't mess with him. They're pricey,
kid.
though.
Okay, kid. Okay. Just be careful, okay? Be careful.
I pretend to bite.
And next time we need to keep this guy safe, okay?
He's not
He's
getting
not-
past me next time.
Yeah, this gnome and also that that clean guy. I think they can handle the heat. Okay, so
Well, I don't trust clean people. They always keep themselves too clean to hide something.
yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know him, but yeah, I mean, okay, just be careful. Okay, I don't want to. I don't want to go after your mom after and tell her that you died. Okay.
That's alright, you won't have to.
Okay.
All right, let's get moving. And once again, under the leadership of Edward, you strike across the swamp.
Have I been overruled? Am I still leading everyone?
Well, in terms of navigating, I should say.
Yeah. Well, I take the silence as everyone's following.
Yeah. Well, you said you're good in the swamp and navigating, so
You can follow Buggy Mac if you want.
you do notice, Edward, that you're not quite heading in a westerly direction, and you finally get your bearings, and you realize, we're actually over there. So you didn't go due west; you more went in a southwesterly direction. But you get your bearings, having rolled a natural 20, I'll say, on your Constitution, on your survival check. So you know you're exactly here now. You see the turtle far away in the distance, and you've got your bearings now, after not initially moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm not gonna exactly tell everyone. I'm just gonna say, yeah, see these tracks? Yeah, there's fewer tracks here than on the main path. This is a safer track. Trust me.
Let's do a different one. Let's do Vincent. Roll me a d20.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. So you continue to squelch through the marsh. About halfway through the day now, and you come across something interesting right in this thicker part of the swamp. You come across... you spy a shaded thicket of withered mangrove trees draped in a sickly veil of rotten creeper vines. A mouldering wooden raft toppled with a single withered post floats near the center of this dark and lonely area. A gaunt form clings lifelessly to the bottom of this post, recognizable as this withered skeletal remains of a Dwendalian soldier. What do you do? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
yeah.
Hello?
I lost you guys for a second, so I don't know.
I was
we
saying,
won.
I was asking if he is a skeleton because someone just dissolved his meat, or he's been here for a while now.
I
Make
think
a
you said
medicine.
weather, didn't you? Oh, sorry.
These are withered skeletal remains.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I can use my my great wisdom. There you go.
You're 90% sure it's dead.
Yep. Guys, you see, when you don't follow my lead, that's what happens to you.
Okay. Edward, you are doing a great job, really. What do you guys think? Like, I go scout ahead, and you guys stay a little bit behind just to see if there is anything else there besides that skeleton that you point out that is dead. So thank you, it was amazing. So what do you guys think?
He's not only dead, but I can also tell you that he's a Dwendalian soldier that is dead.
Wow.
And if you remember, we're here. Miss Bulbasaur might have been captured by the Dwendalian
Yeah, that's true.
Empire.
That's true. I said you are doing a great job. I just want to scout ahead a little bit just to see if there is any danger, and then we can proceed. Okay.
Let's first have a quick look around here for any dangers, and I'm gonna have a quick look to see just if this is a place where any skeletons or ghouls would rise from the ground. Yes.
Okay, make a perception check there, Caspian. You look around to see if there's any undead swamp creatures around. You don't notice any swamp creatures, well, undead swamp creatures. But you notice that there is a bunch of snakes in the water around this raft. There's like maybe a dozen or so snakes in there. And it would be very difficult if you just swim through the water, which would be the way to get to the raft. You'd have to go through these snakes.
Guys, let's just keep moving. I see quite a lot of snakes, and I don't appreciate snakes.
I'm gonna take a closer look, guys. I'm quite good at not being noticed.
Are you not good at not being noticed by over a dozen snakes?
And you'd
Yeah, they
have to
won't even be able.
you'd have to
Sorry?
swim to get through to the raft.
Oh,
Is
It's gonna be very
there?
hard to stealth and swim.
Can I look for if I can find a bridge or something?
No.
No.
Do these classes being small creatures or small beasts? Can I talk to them or communicate with them anyway?
The answer to those type of questions to a DM is you can certainly try.
Okay, I will try then in that case. So, sorry, did I? Yeah. So,
Yep.
yeah. So he's going to get as close as he can so as they can actually see him and use kind of hand gestures and raising eyebrows and making little noises at them to try and get them to just move away and let us get through without them being in the way, basically.
So this is not some magical ability. You're just hissing at the snakes.
No, it's because he's a forest gnome, so he can
so-
talk to small beasts.
Can you bring up that description, please?
Oh heck! Yeah, hang on. I just googled it rather than anything else. So it says, I can read it. Speak with small beasts through sounds and gestures. You can communicate simple ideas with small or smaller beasts.
Okay.
As a forest gnome.
Okay. Let me.
I'm trying to find it on the sheet. Sorry, it's
It's probably under features and
traits.
traits. Yeah.
features and traits, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
there should be a racial trait tab.
There you go.
Thank you, whoever found it. Oh, yeah, no, that's it. Thanks.
Forest gnomes live as badges. Okay, so now I understand the ability. So say again. What are you trying to communicate to these snakes?
To hang around where they are and need to move out of the way so we can go past. Maybe I won't get the we can go past bit, but just move out of the way gently rather than
Okay.
trying to scare them.
I think you can make me an animal handling check.
Ooh, okay. Okay, 11.
Some of the snakes agree with you, and they kind of go elsewhere, and about half of them move away. There's still, half of them remaining.
Okay, I'm going to grab some of the food, toss it away to the other side of the lake, and as I do, hoping that the remainder of the snakes go for the food, I'll start swimming.
Okay. Well, first of all, make me a general dexterity check to see how well you throw the rations.
Boom.
So a good throw.
Wow.
And now make an animal handling check. And because your
It's like
throw was so
yeah.
good, your DC is not that high. So you throw the rations across and it splooshes on the other side, and the snakes seem to go through it. You're not sure, maybe there's snakes underwater, but you're going to start swimming regardless?
Yeah. As soon as I see them, I beeline to this central grove.
Okay, so you swim through it, and I assume you jump up onto the raft?
Yeah.
Okay, no snakes bite you, but what you do notice... Well, let's have a look. Where is my notes here? So you see the dead soldier there. Are you going to search him? What are you doing once you're on the raft?
So I'm on the raft. Is he wearing any clothes? You said that Wendalian. I'm gonna investigate him best
Okay.
I can. I'm gonna see if there's any paperwork, perhaps that explains why he's here, and also see if he has anything of value.
He has a chain. He's wearing chainmail. He's wearing some clothes, but the clothes have rotted a long time ago. There's also a tarnished shield with a Dwendalian crest on it. And there's a mildewed pouch at his side. Do you go into the pouch, see what's there?
What does he smell of?
Just rot.
Oof. Well, if it smells bad, I'm going to grab a piece of fabric from my belongings and not touch it with my hands. Just envelop as best as I can and keep it, and then I'll give it to Morgrid later.
The pouch you're
So,
talking about?
yeah, the pouch that you said rots, smells of rot.
Okay, and make me a perception check as well.
The shield, I'm gonna put it on my back.
Okay. So you have a look around, see if there's anything else you can spot, but just seems to be the chainmail shirt, the pouch, and the all those things I said, the shield as well. That's all you can find.
And before the snakes decide to come back and finish the snack, I'll just start swimming back.
My question to you though is, do you take the chainmail or you're leaving it there?
The chainmail, I'm not gonna be wearing it. Well, I'm just gonna bring it anyways, if I can.
You can.
Can I?
It's going to take you like 10 minutes to get it off though.
Oh, he's wearing it.
He's
Then
wearing
I'm
the
not.
chainmail.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So with the time that you've taken, it was a pretty quick search. There are some snakes. You see a couple of snakes there. Are you still going to try and swim back?
Yeah.
Okay, so you swim back, and a couple of these snakes take...
Actually, can I recon that?
You sure
Am
can.
I able to use my great sword as a paddle?
You can certainly try.
I'll try that. I'll grab my sword and either as a paddle or a gondola, try to hit the bottom of this and push myself towards the rest of the party.
Okay, so you put your sword in, using it to pull yourself together. You put your sword in, and it hits something. Does it feel like the bottom of a swamp? Do you have a closer look?
Oh, guys, I might not be alone in this lake, and I might just made it angry.
What do you did?
I quickly start paddling, not trying to avoid the bottom of the lake.
Okay,
Can I try to see what creature he hit?
make a perception check, but at disadvantage. Can't make it out. And make a survival check, Edward.
Oh boy. Would this be strength, dexterity? Anyways, you said survival.
Survival, yep. See how well you navigate it. Yeah, you swim over there in like 20 seconds or something. It takes you a good 10 minutes using this ineffective paddle, but you do eventually. You go around in a circle a few times. You head to the center of the swamp at some points, but eventually you manage it so you can jump out of the swamp and presumably avoid the snakes. And you jump off, and the snakes don't bother you.
Yeah. Well, guys, there's a reason I think I found out why this guy's dead in the middle of the lake. He was probably too scared to leave the boat. There's something in that lake, I tell you. I touched it. I felt it.
What was it? Did you check it?
I didn't stop to watch. It took me 10 minutes to navigate these swamps.
Yeah,
Very treacherous.
I noticed. You're just circling there.
Well, I did do yoga this morning, so I thought, yeah, this is a good stretch. So I went for a warm-up. Anyways, he's wearing a chainmail. Perhaps one of you can use it.
Can I try to see if I see something else on the raft as this is now close to the border?
Sorry, say that again. I was just reading something.
No, I just asked if I could try to see if I can find something else on the raft as this is closer to the border.
Ah, sure. Make a perception check if you want to have a closer look at the raft. Yep, nothing apart from what I've described.
Okay.
And Caspian will walk onto the raft and from the raft have a look in the water. Maybe he's curious what it was that's inside, except from the snakes.
Okay, so once again, perception check at disadvantage.
Can I help by doing something? So if I cast shape water and try and move some of the water out of the way, I can move up to 5 feet.
Sure.
5 foot cube, maybe?
So we'll say, Caspian, you can make just a standard perception check.
Okay.
Moses.
Whoa, you are waterbending.
So you look a bit closer, and with the help of this water shuffling around back and forth, you do notice something that was under basically the original area where the raft was. And what you see is 2 additional bodies. They look like humanoids as well at the bottom of the swamp. And you also see a longsword there as well. So 2 additional bodies and a longsword at the bottom of the swamp.
I think you just hit some more dead bodies and you hit them, so I don't think they will move anytime soon. There is a longsword, if anyone's interested.
Perhaps. I mean, how good is this longsword? I mean, is it the same quality as the ones of supreme quality that we give it?
You don't know, Caspian.
that I-
You don't know. It's a sword, that's all you know.
Difficult to tell, and it has been in the water for some time, I think.
Okay, how far away are these bodies?
It's 20 feet.
20?
Yeah, so you'd have to swim out 20 feet into this swampy, lakey thing, and then dive down to retrieve the longsword.
Okay, so I'm a pretty good swimmer. However, it's hard to navigate these murky waters. If I tie a rope around my waist, and I'm putting my life on the game here for you guys, I will swim down there, grab the sword, and as soon as I grab it, I'll pull the rope, and you guys reel me back to the shore. Meanwhile,
Do you really want the sword that badly?
I don't know, I got this shield, but he has a Dwendalian Empire. I'm not going to be brandishing this when we go back to Urzin. Whatever.
Buffon. You know what? You are a little daredevil. Okay, okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna get my rope and I'm gonna tie into his hip,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna. Hey, as soon as you get that, okay, I'm gonna pull you.
Oh, sure. You all gonna pull me, right?
I look at Mac. I'll say, hey, Big Mac, can you all try to talk with the snakes again and make them go to the other side so uh, Edward here can go there, try to see this sword.
Sure. And then I'll try and do the same thing of speaking with the small beasts.
Okay, make me another animal handling check.
Okay.
To answer your question, Caspian, I don't know how good a sword this is. If it's really good, it's worth money. So we can sell it.
Yeah. But if it isn't, then you're just putting your life on the line for nothing.
Ha! You know what? Dying is easy. Living is hard. I intend to keep alive.
Good luck.
Morgred says, Caspian, he raises a good point. This is why you outlanders die out here. You're voluntarily diving into a swamp infested with snakes to get a sword. Is this sure this is what you want to do?
Well, you're volunteering to go into a swamp to go and rescue someone that you're pretty sure is dead by this point because should be back 3 days ago.
Yes, but I'm not taking unnecessary risks by diving into a swamp we know is filled with snakes to retrieve a sword.
You're outnumbered here. I would say that's a pretty high risk.
Oh, I'm not going to argue with you. If you want to jump into a swamp full of snakes, human, you go for it.
Yeah. There is no use to talk with this guy. Mogrit, please help here with the hope. Let's put this guy together so we can go to do our business faster.
Well, despite my reservations about this course of action, the only way we'll survive is to maintain life as best we can. I mean, those goblins, zombie things, whatever they were, we fought them by working together. There are strength in numbers in the swamp. So while I strongly disagree with this course of action, I will help pull you up. And Morgred goes and grabs the back of the rope.
I throw the rest of the rations I didn't use far away, and in I go as soon as Big Mac opens the waters like Moses.
Same deal again. Dexterity
Oh,
check.
is that what I'm doing? I thought it was just I was getting rid of the snakes.
Yeah.
Open it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're busy, then that's all right.
I can do it if that's all right, Malcolm. Go shape water
Yeah.
again.
Yep, I thought someone was throwing in rations. Who's throwing in the rations?
I will. Is that dexterity normal or sleight
Yep.
of hand? Or,
Straight dexterity roll, followed by animal handling.
Oh god.
So
Check
your
dexterity.
throw is okay. And your animal handling.
Oh, this is gonna certainly be yeah. It's okay.
Okay, so snakes are interested in the food. We'll see what happens. So Edward, you dive in.
Oh yeah.
As
Eyes
you-
closed though, because I learned that some of this crap got into my eye.
So as you're going through, you feel some snakes snapping at your feet. Oh my goodness. One of them gets a really good bite onto you and you feel the venom invading. So let me just check something. Oops, that's not the right one. 12. You
Are you
see Edward jump in. You see one snake bite him and kind of gets right into his calf. And then another snake comes in and swarms around him and kind of gets him around the shoulder. And another one attaches to his other shoulder. Then another one on his leg. And then Edward starts floating, just stops moving,
I start
and
pulling.
starts sinking. Okay,
I start pulling.
make a strength check at advantage.
If it helps, Malcolm, I have second wind that if I feel I'm about to pass out, I will just use that.
That will require a reaction or a bonus action. You don't have any because you're unconscious.
Okay.
You can't bring yourself back from 0 hit points with a second
You
wind,
said
unfortunately.
strength check?
Yeah, with advantage, as Morgred is helping you to pull it in. You can make, or athletics if you like, your choice. Probably athletics. Good enough. Anyway, so you pull back, and you see Mac, and all these snakes are fallen off, but Mac is not Edward is not breathing. And Morgred just rubs his temples. Oh, for the love of gods! And he applies his medicine kit one more time. He has 7 remaining. And Edward is alive, but not moving. By the way, that was a natural 20 by the snake. That was a critical hit.
Oh, man. And I start doing what's called? PCR? PPR? I don't know. I try to
CPR.
Yeah, CPR on his chest. Breathe.
Okay, with your CPR and Morgred's, he is breathing, but he is not conscious. Oh my god, can we all agree not to jump into waters filled with snakes? I mean, come on!
You're level
Yeah.
1, my friend.
That's how children learn. He's learning, so next
Yeah.
time he's going to think twice.
Yeah,
This-
level
this
1
is
where
like,
critical hit by a snake can take you instantly down.
Oh, man. By the way, can we do a quick 5-minute break?
Sure, that's a good idea. Let's break for 5, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.
If you
Okay.
wake me up, I'm gonna go straight back in. That's how you learn.
Okay, see you in a bit, guys. Life in the swamp. Yeah, with Edward. Completely unconscious, having been bit by a swarm of poisonous snakes.
Oh, I'm easy to carry, guys. Yeah, so
Oh,
carry
man.
me, and now one of you get us lost, and then I get to blame you.
Okay.
Well, this... I don't know if you can help this guy out, Caspian, with some of that healing magic that you have. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe we tie some rocks through him and throw him in the swamp. I'm joking.
Good idea.
Almost wish you weren't, but no, I can't help him anymore today. That's once a day trick.
Oh, so you get 1 hit point per level, per long rest?
Yep.
Plus your
Amazing healing.
Plus your wisdom.
Nope. Just level.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I put him on my back like a big bag, and okay, let me carry this this tiny little fella.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this guy is a halfling. What do you guys think? He's not a human.
Can anybody tell me, I'm struggling to find the rule, how long before you come back from unconsciousness?
1d4 hours.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm
that's
going
correct.
Okay, I'm going to secretly roll that, and we'll proceed from there. And you come back with 1 hit. Oh, that wasn't a secret roll.
Secretly. Nice.
Damn it!
Okay.
Just roll again.
I'm gonna roll again.
That was the decoy roll.
Okay, I've rolled again. That was a decoy roll. So there's X number of hours.
So 3 then.
So you're gonna carry this idiot, Vincent?
Yeah. Let me carry this idiot.
I gotta ask, does anybody still want the sword? Is anybody voluntarily gonna jump into a pool full of snakes?
Oh no.
No.
Nah.
I'm fine.
We got the chainmail though, right? I did mention there was a chainmail.
Yeah. It's easy enough to get the chainmail now that it's by the side of the swamp. You don't need to spend 10 minutes on the raft in the swamp. So yes, you have a set of chainmail if you want it. Well, the other... Yep, sorry, Caspian?
I wouldn't be taking it, so I'm not sure which one of you takes the chainmail.
It's no interest to Mac, so if you want to.
Yeah. Also, Vincent, it's also not interesting.
I don't think we're taking the chainmail.
Maybe we can sell it. Yeah, who knows what this guy was thinking. Maybe he wants this chainmail.
Well, looking at him, he's actually wearing breastplate. I don't know if chainmail would be more useful to this guy, but I don't know. Is chainmail better than breastplate?
It gives disadvantage on stealth.
Ah, well.
Is any of you like arcane direct? Could any of these items, like the shield and the arc and the thing? I'm dead, so I. Caw.
Does anything appear to be magical that we see?
Yeah. Do I feel any kind of like the weave of the magic in the air?
You have no idea. Not even going to give you an Arcana check. You have no idea.
Okay.
Oh, well, it does look like better material than they have in Urzin. Let's just take it. If they call that premium, they must love this.
You guys want me to try to get the sword, or you keep moving?
Keep moving.
Okay.
We can't carry 2 people. Maybe.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's continue.
Where? We've lost our navigator as well.
I can do it.
No, we have a guide. Let's have him.
Yeah, Margaret, please. You should be the guide.
You know these swamps.
Morgrid's just looking at his character sheet
You only have a map.
and saying, "Look, I'll keep an eye out for monsters and other bits and pieces. I'll keep my eye out. Someone else is going to need to navigate. Don't feel it's my
Okay.
strength, shall we say."
Follow me, follow
He's a
me.
couch potato, that's why. He never left bloody turtles.
And you're still talking from beyond the grave. You can't mock
Link
people.
beyond the grave.
Tickle. So who's that? Vincent, you're going to lead?
I think Big Mac wants to go, right?
The Maxter. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, the Maxter. Okay, Big Mac. Or what's your survival modifier?
+2.
+2. And where are you wanting to go? You're wanting to go due west, right?
I think that's where we were going, wasn't it? Unless it's anything like, it looks interesting to him from here.
Okay, you so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you do successfully navigate in a westerly direction. And for one more time, let's say from beyond the grave, Edward, can you roll me a d20? Three. Okay, so you continue on your way westward and you reach this area here without complication, without anything coming out after you. And just as you're reaching the end here, thinking about setting up camp for the night, somebody coughs and splutters and opens his eyes. Edward, you're on 1 hit point.
I got the sword, right? I got it.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. I think now you can walk by yourself, right? And
No, this is quite comfortable, actually.
oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be carrying me. Thank you for pulling.
Yeah, man. It was. I mean, it was really fast. Like those snakes, they hit you really hard.
No, how hard they hit is where they hit. I felt it and I was completely knocked out immediately. They must have been like boxing snakes in another life.
Yeah,
I think.
poisonous snakes more likely.
Perhaps they weren't snakes. Who's guiding us? Who got us lost?
No, our friend Big Mac is doing good. He's
Oh, Mac. Yeah, he's good. So, what are we doing?
Edward.
Yeah, that's my name. Yeah,
Edward.
please don't exhaust my name, otherwise I need a new one.
Next time you want something, you should make sure you do or you do not. There's no try.
I heard this somewhere.
What?
I think
No.
I heard this.
No. No, I've never heard that before. Never heard it before.
Really? Okay.
It's true. It's very true.
You are really wise, Master Gnome.
Yes. Well, no.
Okay.
Anyway, shall we set up camp? What should we do?
I'm not sure. Are you okay, Edward? Because you don't look okay. Like it seems that
Fine.
the venom is still running your body.
Look, I've been in worse situations. It's not going to be a little snake that's going to put me out, guys.
It was not one big snake. It was 5 giant snakes.
Just needed to close my eyes for a while. Look, it worked out. It was my plan. I was tired of walking, and you got me here.
Okay.
Okay. Caspian is gonna have a look around to see if he finds a proper place for setting up camp. That's
Okay. Make a
doesn't
survival
infect
check.
anyone. Bum, bum.
Yeah, you find an okay spot, Caspian. It's still damp. It's going to be a miserable night.
All right. Because this is the best we're gonna get tonight.
And Morgred says, well, it should go without saying, but I think we need to set up watch. I don't think Edward's going to be much good. I'll take one of the watches. I guess. What do you say, Vincent? You seem capable.
Yeah, I take the second. Yeah.
And Mac, I don't trust your attention span. So Caspian, what do you take the last watch?
Yeah, that sounds like a fine idea.
I'll happily do a watch.
Who was it? There was Mac. Sorry, there was.
That was Mac, yeah.
Fine. I'll sleep this one out then. Okay, so you set out bedrolls as best you can. As I say, this is just miserable. Thanks to Edward rolling a d3. Well, actually, before that, can I have everybody except Edward make me a including Edward actually, make me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's all four of them. I wasn't watching closely. It's a rough night. You keep watch as best you can, but as I said, it's miserable. The problem that is happening is Edward, as you all took a watch, except for Edward. Edward, you're hacking and coughing through the night. You see sweat on his brow. He's not doing very good. And you wake up Edward in the morning. You have 1 level of exhaustion, and you did not regain any hit points from your long rest.
Forgot where I put exhaustion. There you go. So I'm at 1.
You're at 1 hit point because that's what you started the day with. Well, that's what you went to sleep with. You're at 1 hit point. Fortunately, as you guys watch Edward kind of go through the night and sweating and not really having a restful sleep at all, for the last hour or so, Edward gets a nice, deep, relaxing sleep. And whatever fever was affecting him, he seems to have broke in the middle of the night. You feel a lot better, Edward, having slept through it, but you're still exhausted. But you feel you can push through it now. So in other words, it seems whatever was afflicting you has gone, but not before it left you with an exhaustion level.
Okay. I'll if I'm feeling better but my wounds are still hurting, I'll just grab my own remedy mixture of herbs, and because I have my second wind, I'll just roll for that.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just grab my own medicinal compound and heal myself for 3. Not a lot, but
4, because of your fighter level. That's 4 hit points.
it's 3 + 1. I rolled a 2.
Oh, you already included the +1. I see that. Okay. All right. Edward, you look like shit, friend.
Yeah, let me take the navigation today, right?
I feel fine. It's good.
No. Just rest. Rest today,
Just-
okay?
Hang back for today.
Well,
No.
okay. Well, I'll teach you then. When you make mistakes, I'll point it out.
Fine.
So the
Do we need to help
question-
carry your things?
Sorry?
I just wondered, do we all need to help carry Edward's kit and all the loot?
I think I can keep up with one level of exhaustion. You just
can.
see me like puffy
Oh,
eyes,
okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
puffy eyes, and probably yawning a lot more than I should. But I can still keep
Mechanically,
up.
mechanically disadvantage on ability checks, and that's it.
Okay.
So yeah, you'd make
Just
a terrible navigator.
unfocused.
So who is navigate? What?
Vincent.
Vincent. What?
Vince is
This-
navigating.
Oh, Vincent's navigating. Sorry. Morgid says, "Well, okay, that's as good. But which way are we heading? I mean, if we continue to head
West,
due
right?
west, we're gonna
It's south,
appear-
maybe?
South?
Well, we need to go southwest. If we just head west, we're not gonna make it.
That is true.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, so
Can we see any landmarks or anything at all yet, or is it all
No.
just still there? Okay.
Just blah. Can your modifier was +2, right, Vincent?
mine is +4.
For survival?
Let me show. Survival +4. Yeah, because I have proficiency.
So we've gone from a -1 to a +2 to a +4. Okay.
Yeah.
Still, we are not lost, surprisingly. And by the way, Caspian will be looking around just for dangerous and interesting places.
Okay.
That's, focus.
At one
So-
point, I'll remember, not now, because I'm still feeling like shit, but I'll remember the rotting pouch that I grabbed, and I'll show that to the party, but not in the morning. Just saying, so if I forget, remind me, please.
All right.
Morgrid asks you about the pouch, and he looks into the pouch for you, pulls it out, and there's 15 silver pieces in the pouch.
Oh wow. Well, I'll share. We are 5, so that
3
is.
each. 3 pieces each.
So because I'm sharing between us 5, I'm gonna give 3 to each, but not to Morgrid. I'll keep Morgrid's 1.
Excuse me?
Right, I thought we were working for you, so whatever we make, it's ours, right?
I say
Yeah.
ours. That includes me. 3 silver pieces a peach.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did Lord Buffle pay you to come here?
He is helping with the combat. Come on, don't be nuts about it.
Look,
All right, I'll give him 2 silver.
3 silver, thank you.
God, got it. I'm so pushy about money. Did you buy a house and have a mortgage to pay or something? All right, there you go.
All right, so everybody gets 3 silver, and Morgrid is seemingly getting grumpier by the hour. The good news is,
I'm gonna do some sort of apologetic gesture to him, like I'm sorry. I tried.
he raises his hands back to you, Caspian, and says, "That's all right. Humans, am I right?"
I know. Might look like one sometimes, but trust me, never like them.
You and me both, kid. All right, the good news is, are you heading southwest? Is that correct, or south?
Yeah, southwest.
Southwest, via the very strong leadership of Vincent, you do head south, and you successfully get to there. Roll me a d20, Vincent.
Okay.
Okay, so nothing apart from swamp water greets you, and you press on. Actually, make me an... gotta make another survival check. Damn it. I was wondering why I was rolling natural 20s, and this is why. It wasn't a D20 plus 4, it was 20 plus 4. But
Okay.
you get the first natural 20 for free, and now we'll try this again.
I see nothing wrong with our formula.
Yeah, that's completely right for me.
I think everyone should use our formula for everything.
Roll me a D6, Vincent.
Okay.
Oh dear.
I think it wasn't a 20.
Okay, you spend your time looking around and navigating, and you find yourself actually back at a very familiar grove. It seems as if you've traveled in a complete circle.
Oh no. I'm gonna hear it, right?
Shall I
with
give it a go?
Well, so far someone's jumped into a swamp who's navigated. Somebody's walked around in a circle. Please do. What's your modifier, Caspian?
+2.
You get everybody right back on track, and you head strongly in a southwest direction. But roll me a d20, Caspian.
Yeah, the last time didn't go so great, so let's see what happens today.
Roll me a d12.
Yeah, figured. God damn it.
It's good, it's good. Is this milestone leveling up?
Yes. Yes.
Damn it!
I'm not gathering experience, boys. I'm just getting us killed.
Okay, so what happens? Let's just check in your passive. Mac, as Caspian is strongly leading you in a direction with a lot of confidence. You've got trust in him, and your eyes go towards the sky, and you see a bunch of ravens flying overhead. Can you make me an insight check, please?
I can indeed. 13.
You kind of talk to Caspian a little bit, and realize that these ravens are flying overhead, and you kind of check the map that you've been making. You can intuit that the ravens are flying in the opposite direction of Fort Venture. Make of that what you will.
Okay. Have we been talking about this? Is anybody
You've
else
seen
aware?
it.
Is it just me?
I will say it's just you, actually. We'll say it's just you.
Okay, he'll keep it to himself for a moment.
All
But
right.
as he was looking at the ravens, he was leaning further and further back, and has basically toppled over backwards, rather than tilting his head.
Nice.
He's got up, shaking himself down a bit, looks a bit confused, smiled sweetly, and then kind of started pottering off again.
Okay. All right. Now, for the final time, let's do another survival check. Roll me a d6, David. You find yourself in an unfamiliar thing. You felt you've lost your way. You're not entirely sure where you are.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I told you it's hard. It's hard. I'm more used to forest than swamp, so that's why I got lost a little bit back there. So
Caspian, are you really gonna hear advice from a guy that got his back at the starting point? I don't think.
it's not an advice. I'm just saying that it's hard. Okay.
Hey, at least it's advice from a guy that didn't jump into a lake full of snakes.
Whoa.
Touche. You got me there. But hey, I got his gold or money. It was still profitable endeavor. Not one of my bests.
Well, let's try to find out where we are.
How
I'll,
how late is it in the day?
It's towards the end of the day.
Perhaps we just camp and try and see any landmark Mogrid here can identify.
yeah, is there any interesting landmark?
Make a perception. Everybody can make a perception check if you like.
My low point of view.
While we're doing it, Mac will share the thing about the ravens with everybody.
Okay. Oh, Mac. Mac. Too busy babbling about the ravens, but Caspian and Vincent, you noticed ahead of you. Which way is ahead? You're not sure. North, south, east, or west? You're not sure. But the fog parts ahead of you to reveal. This is what you peer through the fog. The skulls and bones of giant beasts rising from the marsh like a collection of morbid monuments. And as you get peer a little closer, you notice that there's 3 horizon-back tortoise skulls beneath the shadow of a gargantuan ribcage at the center of the sullen boneyard.
Is this the big turtles? Are they alive, or you said, or they are dead?
Skulls, so dead.
Oh, okay, skulls. I didn't hear that. Okay.
And there's a ribcage of what?
Just huge ribcage, you're not sure. Definitely not from this distance.
Guys, it seems like we have a cemetery of those big turtles here. I'm not sure if it's wise to get too close.
Hey, Mogrid, are all of these turtles your living quarters?
That's what we've traditionally used them for. Usually we find one in the wild, tame it, treat it well, and then it becomes a happy bearer of our cities. There are wild horizon-back turtles. Maybe this is one that just plain old died. Actually, there's more than one. Yeah, there's more than one.
Are the shells intact?
There is a shell there, yes.
Well,
Have you
maybe it's a good shelter if it's empty.
Yeah, might
Ever.
give us a proper night's rest without being damp.
If it is empty. I'm not
So-
sure.
Yeah, like someone else would live out here, right?
Mac's just gonna look interested and walk straight towards it.
Hey, hold on.
Calm down.
Hold on. Let's just wait. Let's think this through.
No, it'd be fine. Look, it's dead. Let me have a look. Go see.
Let's just try and keep it down, just in case. Can you guys keep it down? Like, go quietly. Don't step on any twigs.
If
Don't
you'd like
splash
to,
too much, I think.
if you'd like to stealth up, you can make me stealth checks.
Yeah,
I will.
Yes.
I'll
Yeah,
Mac's
also-
gonna pay no attention whatsoever to that.
Yeah, Vincent is also stealthing.
Mac is like beelining. I'll just stir away and go through the rows, try and stealth
Yeah.
follow from behind.
Yeah, I'm also not
I'm gonna
going
grab.
close.
At this point, I'm bow and arrow ready to roll. Ooh, dear. Oof.
Yeah, so Mac's kind of got that fascinated, innocent interest thing on his face that he's just laser focused in on getting to it and seeing what there is and trying to find out what it was, and he's got no perception of any potential for danger.
Okay, so with the rest of you stealthing behind, Edward kind of squishing through the swamp. Mac, you go ahead and you come across this massive, looks like horizon-back turtle shell, and there's boneyard of sorts. And you wander up. Actually, we'll do it this way. Put you guys on the map.
Ah, he's so not gonna survive, I feel.
The 100% run, guys. It's the second battle map that we get.
No, man. I don't
Just-
have a good feeling about it.
Just out of curiosity, Malcolm, do you get these maps from DM's guilds?
Some of them I do. This one I think I did. Yep, DM's Guild is great.
DM's guild is very good, yeah.
A lot
Actually-
of the cool maps also can be found on Patreon. There are a couple that are awesome.
Yeah,
I gotta-
DM's guild, if you're running any of the books, sometimes you get like revised versions of the book that are way better and they enhance the experience. For instance, the Rime of the Frost Maiden was revised by some DMs and they have suggestions for you to change some of the encounters. Some of it makes more sense.
If you remember that whole quest you did for the Goliaths, when you had to go and take on that dragon,
Yeah,
that was DM's Guild inspired.
yeah, it's really good and
Yep.
it's really well thought.
Okay, so I'm going to bring you across to a map. I've put a red dot on you, Edward, because you failed. Well, you rolled a 7, and that's not really good enough. Got Mac ahead. And we'll just...
Labeling my roles with failed is
Yeah.
it's just dice shaming, really.
But is it without cause?
Yeah, and you can't put your dice in dice jail, right? It's one thing you do lose with Roll20. You can't play the old superstitious thing with your dice.
You can change the skin of your dice on D&D Beyond.
Oh, can you? I never knew that. I use the animated dice roller on the D&D Beyond, but I never use the dice here. Anyway, so this is where you are. Okay, and you see these shells. Maybe the scale's a little bit odd here. But Mac, so have you guys right at the back here. And as you notice, Morgrid made his stealth check. So you guys are back here. Mac, you said you want to wander up and look into the shells?
Yeah. No, he's fascinated. It's something new. He is going to just totter along quite happily, oblivious to the world.
Okay, you totter along. You peer inside the shell. And 7 pairs of eyes start looking back at you, and they just look dumbfounded that you have wandered into their camp.
So seven eyes or seven
7 pairs
of
of eyes.
Oh damn it! I thought it was Dars.
Yeah, I mean,
So he's going to turn around to where he thinks the rest of the party are, and knowing that the stealthy, he's going to do a really good stage whisper back to them. Hey, there's some other people here. And then turn around and try and work out what he's looking at. Again, he's wondering whether it's just something of interest to him.
These creatures, they look back and forth. What languages do you speak, Mac?
Elvish and Gnomish and Common.
And they go... And they bring out their spears and go to attack. You're going to roll an initiative. You just wandered into a camp. And, yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.
I didn't like that. Good luck.
Yeah, I speak Draconic. Was it loud enough for me to hear?
Yes. I'll tell you what it says in just a second. Let me get this sorted out.
Don't forget to select your tokens, guys. Maybe they're friendly, guys. Maybe they're friendly. Maybe they're like, instead of handshaking, they do spear shaking.
Do you
It
think?
goes along the line of what they said. Looks like fresh meat has wandered into our camp. We will feast well tonight.
Ah, yeah, definitely friendly. Yeah.
So I'm going to say the rest of you, you see Mac freeze, I imagine, but he reacts somehow anyway, and you hear the rattling from inside the shell, implying that something is happy, and you hear yells and shouts. And whoever it was that speaks Draconic, you know that they're not friendly. Vincent, what do? You are still hidden, so behind this little thing here. What do?
Yeah. Oh man, I can see the lizards, right?
You can hear the lizards.
Let me think. Let me think. I guess I'm gonna move here in this brush, and I'm going to prepare an action as soon as I have one of these lizards on sight. So I'm gonna shoot. I have a crossbow. Yes, a crossbow. So I put the crossbow for my back, and if I have prepare an action, if one of these guys like appears on my sight, I'm gonna shoot.
Okay. So preparing an action. Let me just do one thing.
Sorry, I was
Tempted to-
laughing 'cause I remember I told Simon's character Mac not to go ahead in front. And
Yes, he just did that.
look where he is now.
That's what you meant. Oh, sorry.
So I quickly added some dynamic lighting to the map, so you see what you see. So Vincent, you see right into the area from there. Do you still want to hold an action?
Okay, let me see this. Yeah, I can shoot. I'm gonna shoot this guy here.
Okay.
So I'm hidden, so this means I have advantage because he's not seeing me.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, okay.
$14 going for that guy. So you fire your arrow, flies across the thing, but just then bounces off this thing's scaly hide.
It's 22 because it's an advantage.
Oh, in that case, it hits.
Okay.
I'll press the hit button.
8 piercing damage.
Flies across, bounces into.
Yeah, I yell to Mac, get off here, and yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, nice. Okay, let me just get something else going. Okay, Caspian, while I'm doing this, explain to me what you're doing.
I'm gonna hit the exact same one, but with a firebolt.
Okay.
Was my stealth check enough to be hidden as well?
Yeah, everybody except Edward.
Okay.
That hits as well as your firebolt woof, goes across, impacts the same creature, and yeah, 8 points of damage. Nice.
And yeah, I can't really walk off the map, but I'm gonna take 15 steps more backwards than
Sure.
sideways.
Sure. Okay. So 15 feet off. Actually, what I'll do is I'll change the size of the map. That's what I'll do. I'll add... While this looks featureless and boring, it at least gives you some area you can move into.
The Earth is flat, guys.
Okay. All right. Yes, so fireballs flying across, arrows shooting in. The lizards thinking it was easy meat because it's just this one guy. But then they get a go. And the lizard folk, one at the back, he is going to... Is he within range? He is within range. He pulls back on his javelin and fires it straight at Mac. Mac, you see it coming and you duck underneath it. The javelin just clatters away down the side. So as this thing clatters, Edward, you are not hidden. What would you like to do?
Well, I let everyone know that they think we're meat, and I pluck an arrow onto the same guy that is still smoking from the fire. I'm not trying to kill him, I'm just trying to pin him down, and I'm gonna say in Draconic, we mean you no harm, please, we just want to investigate the attacks. And I let go an arrow to try and knock one down.
Okay. Let me just check something with non-lethal damage that I think I've always gotten wrong. With a melee attack, you can only do non-lethal damage with a melee attack.
Okay, then I won't hit anyone. I'll just do a warning shot. If I know I can't do, I'll try and hit as close as I can in front of them whilst I say this, and then I say the next one will be straight into your head. Please, we mean you no harm.
So your arrow flies across and lands right at the feet of the creature, just boom. And you're saying, so make an intimidation check. As you said, you're speaking Draconic.
Ooh, can I use my DM inspiration on this one?
You can.
Don't know if it's gonna matter, but yeah, look at that.
Congratulations.
Aren't you glad I gave you guys this DM inspiration? And you hear them responding back in Draconic. Looks like we'll feast for days. Okay, you stay with your...
I say to everyone, I don't think we're gonna rest there. Perhaps run. And I
I forgot to roll Morgrid in, but Morgrid strongly agrees.
Yeah, but you need to get Mac out of there.
Well, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 attacks on Mac. Then I got to go pick up my kids from school. Can't be late for that, obviously. But I just want to see how this happens, and then that's where we'll leave it. One of them hits you, Mac. You get a javelin to the chest. Yep.
I was just going to say, as I see these attacks coming, I'd like to use my reaction to cast shield.
Ooh, nice. So this thing comes straight for you, and at the last possible moment, your shield, whoosh, pops up around you, and you take 0 damage from this. And I'll just put a note here, and it's Mac's turn.
Do you need me to roll the d20 as well? Might want to just...
For what?
For my...
Oh yes. I know what you're talking
I
about.
know what this day about. Yeah.
Yeah, roll a d20. I'm not sure which way I feel I want this roll to go.
doesn't work anyway.
What's happening?
Did you
that
roll
show?
it? I don't see it.
Yeah, I
What
did
was
it. It was a 5. It was a 5.
Okay,
it was
fine.
a 5.
Okay, so noted. We both know what that means, and we'll pick this up next week. But I really do need to go, guys. But thank you. It was fun playing with you guys again. And
Yeah, absolutely.
we'll
Thank you very much,
see
everyone.
you next week.